Well, look what the cat dragged in. Oh, sorry. You high and mighty heroes always want to be hailed as that, don't you? You're always right, and the others are never quite there yet, right? Isn't that how you paint your picture, darling? Oh, if you haven't guessed yet, we've been talking for a little while. You can call me unknown and interesting. So this little pet knows a few tricks. How much do you really know about what you're involved on? You seem like a helpless moth to a flame. Someone that got carried away, went to the wrong place, and everything just went out of hand, didn't it? It's okay. I don't really blame you. It's more that I pity you, if anything. Though that's not the right word for it. You're my prey. Do you know why? Coincidence. I don't want to call you anything so pliable as a victim or replacement, but if only you knew what you were really getting into. I wonder if you'd stay with the RFA. Well, you did bring everyone together, didn't you? That's certainly something. I wonder if you'll break my icy heart. I'd prefer it if you didn't refer to me as my name until you introduce yours. So quick to answer. Aren't you afraid of me? You know what? You don't know why. And it doesn't surprise me. People like you who trust so easily. You just make everything so strange. I almost feel guilty. Almost. In fact, I'd say that what you're doing is just the same as me, in a roundabout way. Changing the world takes time, doesn't it? But I've got all the time in the world. Do you know why that is? It's because your RFA isn't so meticulous. Especially not my brother. You can say what you want about him, but at the end of the day, you're just the same. Same old thing, distraction, picking up the broken pieces. First it was Rika and then them. Now you. What do you think that means for you? Well, I'm not trying to say something. Maybe it means something you never thought it did. And maybe I just happened to do something nice for you and you didn't even realize it. Want to know something? I got you involved in all this because I needed someone to be a scapegoat. But something about listening to your conversations on that phone, well, it just made me think maybe you're worth more than that. So I took things into my own hands. Oh, don't worry. You won't ever see them again. At least not before I'm done with you. Oh, if you think that this is all about revenge or something, then you're too naive. That's such a shallow wound that doesn't heal as easy as people think. No. I'm not in it for revenge anymore. I've had that day. It's come and passed, and I'm not that kind of person. I'd like to consider my goals so much more sophisticated than that. And honestly, I don't expect you to get it right now. And that's fine. I'm not asking you to get it right now. Go ahead and try, but, well, what's it gonna change anything, darling? You're in a locked room, in an area only I can get out. So you'd have to tame this beast before you expect it to do your bidding. Oh, and before you go and do anything rash, I'll have you know, I'm much, much different. Don't you know a crazy beast when you see one? I'm way different on a whole nother level. Now as for what that means, I won't bore you with the details. I mean, what does it actually matter what it means if you're not ready for me? If you want to continue focusing on those extras, well, you can cool your head in here a bit. Ciao, my captive little bunny. Oh, sorry. It was only 2 hours in a dark room. I'm not trying to be mean here. Quite the contrary, actually. All these things that I do for you, it's so much different. I don't like hurting you. And the fact that I did that, I'll apologize for. But, to be fair, you're quite a bit more stubborn than most people I meet. Usually 5 minutes in there would break them. I'll give you time to sort things out. How about that? No. Giving you too much time is just gonna distract you from what matters. Honestly, what matters to me should matter to you too. And I just want you to appreciate my courtesy. Are you going to? Now I have myself wondering, did I go through all this effort for an idiot? No offense. You really claim to understand. Just how much do you even know about me or my brother? Suppose you deserve some credit for what you found. Not that I'm going to say it's gonna get you too far, but I don't want you to quote a history lesson either. What's the point of that? It's just gonna end the same way they all do. No. Use your imagination now. Otherwise, you might have another punishment. This time a whole lot more fun. What, don't believe me? Oh, trust me, I'm capable. I could do things that you'd never want me to, necessarily, but things you might need me to. Now, am I your unknown? Or am I Saeran? That is the question, isn't it? And how you answer plays a big part. Careful now. My feelings are hurt easily. I wouldn't wanna, well, make you sad and me sad and everyone sad at once. It's not worth it to me if you want to get technical. It's not my goal, but the cards or deck or hand, so to speak, are in your hands. You don't need to show me your cards. You just need to show me your hands. Good little puppy. Oh, sorry. I have a tendency to see you as a little puppy dog. Not because you're, well, you're not grown or something. You're fine. Perfect type for me, if you ask me. But more because you look like a little kicked puppy. And I kind of like that. It suits you, you know. Though some parts of it just remind me of what happened between them. You know, the past is anything but sunshine and rainbows. In fact, I just think it's empty until you make it something. Till you decide to focus on it. Someone unfortunate taught me not to focus on the past. So you're lucky for now. You're not going to get the Saeran of yesterday. You're going to get a brand new one. One who may still kidnap little lost pups. But one who may be better at keeping them from getting away. Oh, what do you think I want? Isn't it obvious by now? If I wanted something like that, you know I would have just asked for it. You know, people don't appreciate my transparency. Ever since the things happened, and I don't really feel like mentioning. Now I'm much more drawn to being direct. What's the purpose, after all, if you don't understand what I'm saying? Let me spell it out for you, my little puppy dog. And not with a kick. I want you. Was that clear enough for you? I'm sure I could be more clear like this. Now, your job is to understand the mystery of it. Why do I want you? What is it that your purpose is, if any? Is it just a crush? Or is it first love? Well, second, maybe third. You've got to find that out. I'm not going to help you on this either. It's on you. How exactly this plays out. I don't want anything too crazy myself, you know? I'm not really a needy person. People just think I am. I guess it comes with the territory. And there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. But I wouldn't want any misunderstandings that I'm using you to run away from myself or something. No. I have you as a brand new focus, a new page, a new chapter, a new place in my life. Now, don't get too embarrassed. We've got a lot to do. Oh, I suppose it's more accurate to say you've got a lot to do. I don't really get involved with my clientele. Of course, you're not by definition a client. You're more my captive. Captive audience. Captive little puppy. I get misunderstood a lot, you know. It's not exactly easy being in my perspective. My place in the world is not very steady, to say the least. Just like my dear old brother. Everything has a string attached in life. I want him to realize that. No, he already does. But I guess my point in all this is that you shouldn't really focus on that. If you're not doing what you love, you're wasting your time. I learned that. Again, as shamelessly as it is to say, I've learned it from others around me. Others that have sadly gone our separate ways. Though I wonder where they went. Just one day they stopped responding, and I wonder, does that mean their words are a lie, or does it mean that I'm too adherent to old standards? I don't know. Truth be told, it doesn't really matter. What does matter is that you get used to this. Get used to me having my eye on you. A lot of people would think it's a curse, but it's a blessing in disguise, I promise. As for what it means, it's very dependent on you. Well, you see, I'm interested in you. Don't we both understand why? Don't we? What's not to love? You've brought together people that I thought could never be done again. After the RFA disbanded. After everything the legacy of Reka had was gone. The legacy of... No, I won't mention them. They were special. A special person to me. Both in question. No, the only problem between them is they both had their issues. Not that they were... No, I shouldn't get into it. Besides, I promise not to dwell on that. Look, I'm not just here to give you a lecture, to steal your time away. I'm here to take what's rightfully mine. That heart of yours. Now, if I have to get it by force and trickery and maybe a little torture, I can do that. It's just kind of boring. Or I can do it in a much more fun way. I can do it in a way that we both have fun, a way that we both enjoy and appreciate each other's company. Doesn't that sound a little better? I thought so too. Though I'm not forcing you to give me a kiss or anything. Though I do think I'm much more attractive than those other posers in the RFA. Wouldn't you say? I understand. There was a time I worked with them too. They're not all bad. My brother, while stupid, was extremely smart. If that makes sense. Sort of. He's good in the brains, but not so smart in the heart. That's where I've got to take you away. Not only because you're rightfully mine, but because a bet's a bet. You promised nothing would ever happen to you, and I stole you away. Is there a problem? No, there's only how things worked in the end. I'm not saying I'm better than him, but I did outsmart him. And better or worse is just figurative in the moment. I don't really concern myself with that. Society always wants to label us as good and evil, proper and bad. Where do you think I land on that spectrum, darling? Am I just a sociopath doing what I want? Or did I save you? There's always two sides to the same coin. It's all a question of perspective. Now, why don't you give me your answer proper? I see, so a little lost puppy still has some guts in there. It's worth noting that you're the first to choose things willingly. I didn't expect you to be so agreeable. Here, why don't I show this in a show of good faith? There, you're no longer tied up in a chair. Better, isn't it? You can try and run if you want. Though it's not going to get you very far because you going out there, my dear little puppy, that might as well be a suicide mission. Well, unless you have a death wish, in which case, I guess it's not my choice. I've never been one to pull the trigger. I'll leave that for everyone else. And honestly, I'd much rather have your kiss than your death. Besides, I'm not one for such occasions as funerals. Been to far too many, never a good feeling. I'm not fond of being sad, and that's why I lock my heart away. People like you don't get to see it right away. But maybe someday I can open up to you like I did the others. Those long days ago. How long has it been now? A year? 2? I can't tell anymore. But at the same time, it dwells on me. The lingering feeling of losing, loss, pain. I'm rather delicate, if I'm honest. As much as I condoned taking you, it wasn't done maliciously. You know you were in a room rigged with bombs again, didn't you? The RFA isn't all that it seems. Not just them, but the people above them as well. It's a messy sort of group. One upon which you get too close and you get in danger. I don't really want anyone else to suffer, not for my mistakes. I've made them like that, Enrica's legacy, at least way back at the start. I lured some hapless, an idiot. But I lured them to the RFA, and I may have done things a bit pushy to get them into a situation like that. The bombs, the information, all the power in their hand, yet nothing to save them but themselves. Oh, it was almost perfect. Yet, there was only so much they could do from that point of view, and so I tried to save them. Unfortunately, that bastard Yusung, he caused the whole place to go up in flames. So this is version 2.0. Call it a revised version. Well, you're not there yet, but this here is particular is my hideout. Do you like it? I decorated it myself, and it has all my favorite snacks and quite a few distractions in it. You being the best one. What's the matter? Getting shy? Oh, didn't think I'd notice you blushing. You didn't quite turn away fast enough. Oh, I won't disappoint. Now that I've smelled blood, I know where to sink my teeth. Like a shark drawn to the drop of blood. I wonder if you'll function just like that for me. The bait to draw me out of my shell. You might just do it, too. And in the immortal spirit of gambling, why don't I raise the stakes? Fall in love with me. Run away. I didn't expect it to be that easy. You are quite the difficult one to understand and get through. Not that I'm complaining. Not in the slightest. You've got a way with words, don't you? Besides that, I've got a lot more ready for you. A lot more than that. Did you know, ever since you got here, the place has felt more lively. Partially because you're screaming for you to let you out, and the oopsie we had earlier. Oh, don't tell me you don't remember. Well, that's going to be an awkward one to explain. Not that it was anything that crazy. It was more like it was a strange combination of things you wouldn't normally do at someone's hideout. Let's just say you're not you when you're under the influence of whatever that was. Well, it wasn't me who kidnapped you personally. I had to use a particular method. It was a roundabout way, and it's not important, really. You're fine now. And besides that, what's with that quivering in your voice? Am I to take that as you being a little bit embarrassed to be in a room with a hot man like me? Well, then why don't I make it even more tempting? Well, it all depends on you, though. I'm hardly hard to get. Well, that makes me sound a little too easy. I am nothing, if not the boy with the troubled past who became the man everyone wants to catch. The man everyone wants to catch for all their different reasons, and none of them are really good, if you ask me. Do you know why that is? Because money, power, fame, they don't amount to too much at the end of the day. Like, would you really trust Zen with your car keys? Or could you trust Yusung if he had a knife at your throat? It's all just figuratively speaking, but I've had run-ins with them where they can be a little too much. Now, why don't you tell me before I forget what it is you want out of our little extravagant relationship? Are you looking for something? Or are you just a little puppy? One that may get kicked around by Juman. Oh, I know about all of them. I know them better than they know themselves, and I've got just as much dirt to take them down. It needs only be pressed the button. And then, well, let's just say sparks will fly. Now what do you value? Me or them? And then again, this isn't solving the problem. Maybe I should just level with you. Listen to me. Someone's posing as me. The one who originally got you into this. A fake unknown. And I'm using you to get to them. I want to know why they did it. What they stand to gain and otherwise. But I'm not exactly the cold-hearted person I was a long time ago. It's not easy to turn off my heart, and seeing someone like you make me feel alive again. As shamelessly as it is to say, you're probably the best thing that's coincidentally happened to me in a while. As much as I hate to say it, I suppose part of me yearns for you. I shouldn't say I need you to love me. That doesn't serve any purpose if you don't choose it yourself. The way I should put it is, I want you to, if only not to be alone. Isn't that pathetic? And yet, here we are. Life has a way of doing this. All the nonsense with the RFA and everything after I thought my happy ending was here. It was just the beginning of a new tragic one. The cold, scary unknown that brought you here. Or me, one you seem to know my name. But I wonder, is it really my name? You can try. But at the end of the day, my little puppy, you've got something I need. That phone of yours. Of course, I know there's tracking and stuff like that. I'll give it back once I'm done. As for the rest of it, you can sit tight, make yourself at home. I don't see you as a threat. Don't take that the wrong way. Oh, you pity me, do you? That's an ironic thing. I haven't been pitied for a while. That's something completely opposite to what I was expecting from you. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised, especially considering they chose you. Now, why is it you pity me? Pain. Pain. You see pain in these eyes? Well, maybe you don't understand a damn thing. And maybe you should not try and dig and pry into someone who hasn't. No. Listen. Listen close. I realize in many ways I'm not making any kind of sense right now, and I was the one who kissed you. And look, this is gonna sound horrible and I hate it, but I was lonely and I wasn't thinking. I'm not so base as to do something without any reason, but when I thought I had some stability in my life, I lost it all. What do you know about pain? What do you know about agony with all this? Do you know what it's like to love and loss? Sadly, I do. And sadly, it's just a numb, empty place in my heart. The only thing keeping me going at this point is that maybe, just maybe, my assumptions are wrong, and then where did you come from? What are you doing here with such a similar look at that? How am I supposed to stay sane when you are tempting me? Do you want the truth? You look just like them. The only two people in my life that I ever cared about, unless you count my bastard brother. I care about him too, in a way. But it's a love-hate relationship. You wouldn't understand. None of it makes sense to someone on the outside. Besides, you should stop prying. No, it's me giving information. It's not you prying. It's a mistake. All of this is a mistake. But it's one I gladly made. Like the idiot that I am. That poser who's trying to be me. It pissed me off, okay? I was reserved to being alone for the rest of my life, and then they inadvertently thrusted you here. I couldn't just let them pretend to be me. Get you involved with the RFA again. Not after it's their fault. They're the reason There's a reason why I'm holed up in here. There's a reason why I'm still wounded. Wait a moment. Look, I'm not gonna apologize for taking you into all this mess. Because the way I see it, you can either be mine or you can be my tool. Choice is yours. And I'm not in the mood to make it. I've been hurt, wounded, bleeding. Do you know why? Because life isn't so easy. It's not so. Butterflies and rainbows and everything in between. I wish I could tell you all those things that happen, but I don't have the heart to. I don't think you deserve to know yet. Now, make a simple choice. Will you be my tool or my love? And don't get the wrong idea. I'm not asking you to fake it. I'm asking you to be my little pet. My thing that I go to take out all this anxiety, all of this everything. all of this loneliness. Or to be that pawn who doesn't have to get involved and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Maybe I'm a bit spiteful. And it's not to you. It never was. You're not that kind of person to me yet. You didn't leave me high and dry. You didn't do anything wrong. And I used you. You're right. And if I said I'm sorry, would it matter? Would you just forgive me and pretend we're not here where we are right now? I need to know where you stand, with me or against me. Or I should say with me, with me or my pawn. I almost said something I shouldn't have, and that's fine. It's all fine, it's all not the problem, but listen to me, and listen to me well. I'm like a snake. Even after you chop off my head, my fangs are sunk deep. I won't give up, and I won't let my fangs from your throat, ever. If you agree to be with me, understand what you're doing. You're mine, and I won't ever let go. Is that really what you want? Be careful what you wish for. Otherwise, you might just get it. You want to help me? You want to help me? I haven't heard that one before. You know who else wanted to help me? The person who put me in this state to begin with. The person who fucked me over in the worst way possible. Oh, you want to help me, do you? Then put your money where your mouth is. Oh, how? How? Indeed. How can you prove that you're gonna be my love? How can you prove that this isn't all just a facade of me being used again? Don't you realize I opened up? I opened up to them. And they used me. Now they're gone. It's all just empty words and... I don't want that. I don't want to be hurt again. Don't you understand? This is all just empty. Actions speak louder. So what are you gonna do? Return something. And what do you possibly have that's mine? Oh. Thanks. Thanks for that. I don't expect you to understand me, and I don't expect you to understand what you're doing. I'll ask you only once. Are you damn sure about yourself and what you're doing and what you mean by that kiss? Are you sure of that? Like I said, I'm not gonna ask again. I don't like being led on. And you must know what that means. What's it gonna be? Puppy dog? Are you gonna be my pet? No. Maybe I should put it more realistically. Are you going to be mine? Look, I don't know what's wrong with me anymore. Oh, I do actually, but I don't have the heart to tell you. Not yet. Just understand you've made your choice, and there's no going back on it. No. Actions speak louder than words. Don't you think? Come here. I owe you another kiss. No, you can't claim that card. You want to help me, don't you? Then cure my loneliness. And what's the matter with that? Do you actually think that I'm mad? You probably do, don't you? I don't blame you. At times I think I'm about to lose myself, but I always hold on to that string. That string that keeps me sane. And I wonder why. Because it'd be so much easier. It'd be so much easier if I just lost myself in all of this nonsense. Truth be told, I'm not a nice guy. I'm a bad guy. I'm the bad guy. And why am I even looking for someone posing as me? I lost everything I cared about, and look at you. Something threatening to be the next thing I lose. Is that it? Are you just here to go away? No, I won't let you. You said you wanted to help me. Then you'll help me, won't you? Look, I'm not trying to make you scared. I'm trying to make you understand me. I'm not ready to tell you all the baggage of the past. Maybe I never will be. Because I don't want to dwell in it anymore. It's too damn sad. It's too empty. Fruitless. All that change for what? All those empty words just to disappear. No. I won't be like that anymore. I won't let it be that way anymore. I'm not my brother, but I'm also not a pushover. And I won't have some poser play the same tricks I did. I'll one-up the bastard. And who really cares? You're safe in mine now. Say it. Say you're mine. Say it. Please say it. You know you want to. And pardon my desperation, but I fear losing you like I lost those two. And I don't want to see that day come. It's terrifying. I can't even imagine it. It's like imagining my worst nightmare tenfold. It's like imagining someone ripping all of my nails off and then feeding me poison. It kills me slowly, and no, I refuse to let you be a repeat of my past. I want to prove that every word they said wasn't a lie. That I'm not beyond hope. That I'm someone who could be just like everyone else. That I'm human, too. And not just a monster. A monster. A monster that can feel. Now show me. Show me, won't you? Show me what you've got. What? Shouldn't this be obvious? What? Of course you know, don't you? Why I'm doing all this isn't just a show. I want you to be my everything. Are you sure you want to be too? I'll warn you, there's no going back. It's not like that. And besides, I need to prepare myself. No. I don't think that's my style. Well, you're mine, and you clearly find me attractive, so... Of course I want to kiss you. I want to make you fall in love with me, and all that comes... Then stop me. You have the power here. I'll put this here. If you really
want me to stop. I've put this taser here. Just hit me with it. I won't stop you. I won't. Then you'll be just like the liars. The cheats of the world. Everyone who just uses me. I'm sick of being used and abused. I want to know if you're really willing to share this with me. I've been hurting for a while, and it's nothing. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. You idiot. But that's probably why I ended up getting infatuated with you ever so slightly. 'Cause you're too damn caring. What's the point? Caring people just end up dead. And then nothing happens. You just end up dying on me. That's not okay. I can't handle that. I could never. How am I supposed to? I need to know you're with me. I need to know you're mine. You're all mine, aren't you? And I'll be all yours. That way it doesn't matter what this crummy, messed up world has to say. As long as we got each other. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? You know, it's funny. I see all this, I see you, I see everything, I see it all, and it's just... At the end of the day, I wonder if you're actually real. And all this feels like a laundry list of things to do to prove that. I wish I could make them stop, those voices, but those doubts, they're not the easiest to get rid of. Maybe you'll be the one who doesn't leave me, the one who doesn't scar me, the one who picks up the pieces. Because there's only one way to find out. Don't get too embarrassed. It's nothing. Too much. Now you're just getting out of control. Don't tell me you're just sick of me already. Didn't think so. Don't move. Unless you'd like to choose option number 2. Getting ahead of ourselves, are we? Not that I'm blaming you, but you going this path is maybe your destiny. If you believe in something as bullshit as destiny. Me? I don't have time for destiny. If I did, maybe I'd be happy and still with... Never mind. I don't like bringing up all those nasty memories, and I'll just regain my good mood and actions. Sorry. I guess maybe part of me just wants to believe you're different. I don't want you to be like them. I want you to be like you. And all those faults and all those problems, I want to embrace them. As crazy as it sounds. Maybe it is crazy, and I don't care. I don't care one bit if it's crazy. Maybe I'll just have to make you more crazy. I think I have an idea of how. Don't move at all. Something tells me you've got a weak spot. And something tells me that everything we're doing right now is making your heart race. Is making you wonder, what's it gonna take to not have feelings for me? I'm sorry to disappoint, but no. I'm gonna make you all mine. Don't forget who chose this path. I bet you half of you is already into me, and the other half just needs convincing. I wonder which half, though. So damn tasty. It's all your fault, you know. You signed the contract, figuratively speaking, so I guess you'll have to bear witness to the consequences. Good luck with that. Don't think I'm so easily to please. Nor do I think you're so baseless to understand why you're so infatuating, why I want to get to know you, or any of that. You intrigue me, and that's all you need to know. At least for now. My cute little puppy dog. Can't take anymore. I think I like that. So that's exactly what I have to give you. More. Don't hold this against me, but it's important. We talk business, and business starts in the office. So, that's why I'm carrying you this way. Now, if you'd be so kind as to just relax. I feel you. All of you. You're my everything. And I'm obsessed with you. Perhaps. Or maybe it's just me wanting you to be all these things And you can always say if you're not, but I'll be mighty mad. So, piss me off at your own risk. I'll make you mine. Slowly if I have to. Though I guess I've not done a good job at being slow. And like hell I give a damn. You're mine. Got it? I won't let you betray me like those other two fake gloves. I won't let you play with my heart. So I gotta make you my very own and keep you safe. Safe and sound. You'll be mine, won't you? I'll make you mine. No matter what. No matter what anyone else says. No matter who you think you love. I'll make sure it's me. It's all me. You're mine. You're mine and I won't share. Not with anyone. Do you understand? You're mine. You're mine, damn it. And you'll always be. Until the day you die. Until the day we both do. Because I'm not living a life without you and... I love you. Don't forget, you chose this path. Don't forget whose fault all this is. Everything we're doing, it's all because of you and what you've done. Why did you have to do what you did to me? Why did you have to go and give me false hope like this? Well, you certainly seem to have a view of things, but... Look, I'm not so base as to think that you're some kind of robot who can just fall in love with someone. I know you're pushing yourself. That you pity me, maybe you fear me. And that's fine. That's how it should be. In a way, I'm the monster after all. And me being the monster, it means I'm the big bad wolf taking advantage of the figurative Goldilocks. And why? Why should I do that? Place myself in the role of the villain? And the answer is simple. If I don't do it, you're going to die. Not by me, but by whoever the fake me is. They even stole my screen name. Who steals someone's screen name? That's practically inhuman. And besides, I just want you to be happy. At the end of the day, I don't know how else to live. And I need you. Shameful as it is to say. Won't you just let me hold you for a little bit longer, and then you can go on your merry way, as long as you don't leave. I'm serious, you know. I am a monster. Not just the kind you can forget about. Not just the one and done kind. I'm a monster that latches on. And never lets you go like a dragon hoarding its treasure. That's just like me. And it suits me just fine. I don't care. But I guess it's my selfish desire that I want you to be my captive. Not only physically, but of heart too. I want you in every way you can imagine. In every concept you can imagine. And then at the end of the day, I think to myself, why am I like this? Why am I so broken to need someone like I need you? But I know it. The answer's simple. I'm weak. Weak for you. Weak for this life. And I don't even know why I was still living. And weak for holding you like this. For feeling you this close to me. I've never in a million years thought that I'd have someone to hold again. Maybe 6 months, they felt like years. I never wanted to say goodbye in the first place. I never will say goodbye to you. You'll always be my puppy dog. How's that sound? Better? You're a real riot, you know. You always say what's on your mind. Like a transparent piece of glass. Light and feathery. And yet, you can see right through it. Its intention is clear as day. I like that innocence. I cherish it. Maybe, just maybe, you can understand the broken, sarcastic, satirical self I've built up. You can break down these walls. I might just do more than let you free. Though I'm scared. In a way, that's my worst fear. Giving you a chance to run away, because everyone who's ever loved me did. They ran from the monster I am. And what if you're the same? What am I gonna do? What will I have if I lose you?